Hey guys, got Gator Unleashed here again. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Friday, November the 17th, 2021. Got this long work week done. Looking forward to the weekend. Got a lot of things to do though, like always. Christmas coming up. And even if Christmas wasn't coming up, there's still always plenty to do. Got my hat on here, got this light. Just the greatest invention that's ever been. I love it. My wife just simply can't resist me when I put this on. It just melts her. So I wear it pretty often. Oh, back on this weapon stuff. Your personal protection weapon. This is what I'm really into. Thought about a lot of stuff today while I was working. I rebuild components for a living, mostly Caterpillar components. And a lot of stuff I do is repetitive and it lets you get you time for your mind to kind of dwell upon things. And I was thinking about YouTube. I'm going to try to grow this YouTube channel, and I hope you guys will like and subscribe and share. I really hope you get something out of this because it's very important. Everything, or I feel like it's very important. But what I was thinking about today was we got a lot of YouTube channels where people take guns out and they do gun reviews. And they're all really good. A lot of these guys do fantastic reviews. I love to watch a lot of them. I love the Honest Outlaw, Such, I don't know how you pronounce it, S-O-O. I'm not sure how you spell it, Such, something. It's his YouTube channel. They do really great gun reviews. And there's a lot of them. Just you can't name them. There's no way to name them all. I like Hickok 45's channel, not so much as far as the reviews. It's just really cool. He's just a really cool guy. I enjoy watching his channel. Hollywood doesn't offer much to watch today, in my opinion. So I think all of you be better off to tune in here to old Gator Unleashed, spend a little time. Going to keep this video much shorter. But what I was getting at on these people doing these gun reviews, they do all these reviews shooting guns at the range. And I'm going to do that too. Because they're really good. But there's really not, or I haven't found, a lot of videos about what your gun is used for, carrying your gun. And that's everything. And most of the people that watch the YouTube videos of shooting and stuff, they probably don't go shoot like that. Maybe some do, but so I think people need to really focus more on their weapon and carrying their weapon. And I touched on all my videos, I touch on, if you haven't got your gun with you and something happens, then you wasted your money on your weapon. So if you go out and buy a big expensive gun, especially a big full-size gun, and it's too big and heavy to carry, and you don't carry it for that reason, well, you're not going to have a shootout at the range with somebody else. I'm almost certain of that. I bet there's been less than 5 range shootouts in the history of time. I mean, that's just not where trouble happens. Most of the problems happen in places that guns are not allowed, which troubles me very much. I have to go to the hospital tomorrow to see my brother. You can't take a gun in there. And I'm not for any gun-free zones. I'm just not. That puts me in a position where I have to, first of all, I have to leave my gun in my car. So that puts me, have to trust their parking lot security that somebody don't come bust the windows out of my car and steal my firearm. Second of all, it puts me in a position where I have to trust their security, because how do we know some total madman ain't going to walk in the hospital tomorrow and decide he wants to just make a name for himself and start shooting people? I'm going to be unarmed because I'm going to be in a gun-free zone. And I'm a law-abiding citizen, so I'm not for gun-free zones. Just simply not. Schools is touchy. I don't know what to do about that. I think teachers should all be. I think a requirement of a school teacher maybe should be a situation where they have to go and have firearm training and have just all be armed right on their side. I don't even care about concealed carry. Put the daggum thing on their sides, and make them take a class. Make them take a class once a week, or not a class. Make them do firearm practice, maybe even on the school grounds once a week or something. I don't know. A lot of things to be open there. My point is, I don't like gun-free zones. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. This video is about getting a weapon that you can carry with you and defend yourself with. Having a weapon on you that you can defend not only yourself, but your family, or maybe somebody else. You may run into a situation where somebody's broke down on the side of the road, and you may stop to help them, and while you're there, somebody may come along and try to rob all of you. It's just, being able to defend yourself is just an absolute fantastic right, a fantastic situation to be in. So, touched on my Ruger LC9 last night. That's been my concealed carry weapon. Though I don't always conceal carry it. I mean, I carry it in a holster on my side, but most of the time a t-shirt hanging over it, excuse me, will pretty much hide that. And I make no effort to hide. But I want to touch on some other firearms today. Here's a little Ruger LCP. That's the little brother of the LC9, I suppose. This is an outstanding little firearm that you can carry in your pocket. It's smaller than a lot of cell phones. I mean, I have short fingers. Sort of have big hands, but short fingers. But you can see how small this gun is. This is just an outstanding gun to put in your pocket and carry. They even make holsters for them. This is a gun you can carry, though. I bought this little clip to carry mine. This is a gun that anybody can carry. This is a gun you can carry comfortably. This hat, I swear my wife she's trying to lure me to her right now. This cap. If I turn my light on, she can't stand it for sure. But anyway. This is just an outstanding weapon. I've shot this. This gun has never had a hiccup one time. I don't know how many rounds I put through it. 300 or 400 probably. Well, maybe not that many. I've shot it quite a bit. I've put at least 250 rounds through it. And that's a lot for a little gun like this. You go 6 rounds at a time with a magazine. But I've had it for years, and I shoot my firearms a few rounds frequently. Also, I wanted to mention last time, my LC9, my Ruger LC9, has never made a hiccup. I've fired everything in the world through it. But one thing I want to touch on this video, and I'm trying to be quick here, I want to keep this 10 minutes. A lot of people think that they make these little bitty firearms for women. My dad owns a gun shop. He has my whole life. And sometimes on the weekends, I'll go out there to my dad's, and women come in there, oh, look, this little gun, this will be perfect for me. It's small. No, these small guns are not for women. These small guns only serve one purpose, and that is to be able to carry easily. That's the only purpose they carry. I mentioned on my last video, they're harder to load, they're harder to chamber around into. A lot of times women's hands aren't strong enough to chamber one. They're less accurate. Everything about them is suffering performance-wise, other than you can carry them with you much easier than you can a bigger gun. There's nothing complicated about it. It's all just as simple as you can possibly. It is as simple as it seems as it is. The smaller the gun, the easier it is to carry. But then, of course, the trade-off for that is you've got less rounds, you've got less accuracy. You can practice with these guns, though, you can defend yourself with these guns. Practice. And like this ain't a gun review. This is just simply talking about having personal protection and having it on you. If it's not on your person, if it's not on your body, if you can't get your hand to it, it ain't going to help you. It ain't going to help you. Want to touch on another gun. Gun I like really well. This is, for decades, this is what we had to deal with. This is what people had. Old revolver. This is a Taurus Model 605 357. If you've been around guns, you know that this will also shoot a 38. You can shoot a 38 plus B, obviously. If you're a new gun owner, that's some information maybe that'll help you. I hope it does. I'd love to think I'd help somebody. But these little guns are great, totally reliable. I do not like to shoot a 357 round in this gun. It's about like a stick of dynamite going off in your hand. 357 is an amazingly powerful round. If you've shot guns, you know that. If you don't know that, you've evidently not done much shooting, not been around guns, not been around firearms. I usually carry a 38 plus P in this. Just fantastic. They don't have safeties. A gun like this, you're not going to have a safety. But they got long trigger pulls. You can cock them and fire them single action if you want. They're at the range. That's much more fun. Or you can be much more accurate that way. just an option. I wanted to bring this to your attention. Um, this fit a lot of people's hands. Some women sort of like something like this. Um, they're easy to load. It's totally reliable. Just an option. I just wanted to throw it out there. I bought this holster offline. This holster was made by this little dude in India. I got reading about it. I found it on Amazon, and I got reading about it, and I don't know, it just appealed to me. And I wanted a leather holster. This holster sort of rides up higher, so your gun's up a little bit higher, and I like that. This goes back to personal preference. For me, this was a really good setup. And I'd looked at, you can go to your local gun shops, though. They'll have holsters, and you get what you pay for. Keep that in mind always. I don't know if you've heard that saying or not. I've heard it my whole life, and it's almost always true. Get a good holster. I also, last night, when I mentioned my Glock 48 and I showed you that plastic holster, that holster is not as comfortable as the holster I carry my LC9 in, but it's much better to get my gun out quick. Those hard plastic holsters that are made by Black Hawk and Phobos, and or Forbes, I don't know how you say these. I didn't go to college. I'm not an English professor. So probably my pronouncing the words is not I'm an Appalachian American. I'm probably what a lot of people call a redneck. But FOB, I don't know if it's FOBES or FOBUS, but they make holsters. There's a lot of people makes those little hard plastic holsters that rides on your pants. Several different ways to attach to your body, to your pants or belt or whatever. But those holsters are great for quickly drawing your firearm. That's their advantage. You can get them out there, and that holster is snug. Just really, really great. And I like that. I like that a whole lot. But there is a trade-off. They are less comfortable than the old cloth holster like this right here. This holster can't beat this for comfort. And this works pretty good because it doesn't have a snap or anything. The gun's real loose. It comes right out. All of this is stuff to think about when you make the choice to where you're going to get to where you can defend yourself. Because I think we're all going to be making that choice down the road with what's happened with the country. Since the enemies of America now own America, they own won't go into that, but the southern border's wide open. There's people that we don't even know flooding in here left and right. It's just, we went through this defund the police. I saw today, I think it was in Missouri, a whole police department resigned. So I don't know what side of the fence you're on politically. I don't know why anybody would have any allegiance to either party. But America, if you just break it down to the most simple form, America is great because of where we came from. And yeah, I mean, it would be awesome if we could just take care of the whole world. It'd be fantastic, but we can't do it. We're great because we set up our country. We're great because we have borders. And, life's not easy. Everybody doesn't win. Never going to be that way. I'd love it if it was. So would everybody else, but that's just not how it is. But anyhow, I'm getting overtime on my video. I'm preaching on personal protection is what all my videos is going to be about, or this series I'm doing. Personal protection. Find what fits your hand. Find what you can carry comfortably, and marry that weapon. Use it frequently. Practice with it frequently. Ammo expense is a little bit of a problem maybe, so I don't think you need to shoot a lot of rounds through a gun anyway. I think you're better to shoot 5 rounds once every 2 weeks than you are to go and shoot 100 rounds every 3 months or whatever. But that's about all I got. I'm going to keep this down here. I'm already 14 minutes. Guys, I hope you got something out of this. I'm going to be bringing more videos. I'm going to stay right on this. I've worked 10.5 hours a day. I love it. Not going to stop. I'm going to build my YouTube channel. I'd like to think that some people get something out of this, and maybe they will. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. But I like to talk about guns and get on here and act a fool anyway. But very serious issue. Guys, I hope you have a great weekend. We're going to watch the big new Spider-Man movie this weekend, I think. My wife can keep her hands off of me long enough. So, guys, everybody enjoy. And we got Christmas coming up. So again, I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas. And I hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. You guys take care, everybody.